we've got to simplify this fraction now, and we want the answer in the form a plus b to the root b times root 5. Now what we're doing here is otherwise known as rationalising the denominator. So the denominator, obviously the number on the bottom, it's sometimes considered bad practice to have square roots on the bottom. So what we're trying to do is to get rid of any square root in the denominator. And what we have to do is multiply, because it's a fraction, we can multiply the top and the bottom by anything as long as it's the same that we multiply the top and the bottom by. And we multiply by something called the conjugate of the term on the bottom. Now the conjugate it's the same expression but with one of the signs changed. So we've changed the minus to a plus. We could have also multiplied by minus root 5 minus 1. Then we'd have changed the sign of the root 5 instead of the sign of the minus 1. But it doesn't matter which of those you do, they should both get rid of the square root on the bottom. And you'll see why this works when we go through and do it. So what we need to do now is multiply or expand the brackets on the top and the bottom. And remember, we do that by expanding each term, by multiplying each term in each of the brackets by each term in the other bracket. So let's have a look. If we do the top first, we get 7 times root 5 plus 7 times 1, which is just 7, plus root 5 times root 5, which is just 5, plus root 5 times 1, which is just root 5. Then when we come to do the bottom, we get root 5 times root 5, which is just 5. Now we come to the terms in the middle, and they're both going to have square roots in them, but because of the sign difference, they should hopefully cancel out. So root 5 times 1 is plus root 5. Root 5 times minus 1 is minus root 5. And then minus 1 times 1 is just minus 1. Now what have we got on the top? Well, we've got 7 add 5 is 12. And then 7 root 5 plus 1 root 5 is just going to be 8 root 5. Okay, and then on the bottom we've got root 5 minus root 5, which cancel out, which is what we want, and 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, so we've almost done it. All we need to do now is just divide 4 into each of these terms. So 4s into 12 goes 3, and 4s into 8 go 2. And there we have our final answer, 3 plus 2 root 5, which is in the form they want. We've got a equals 3 and b equals 2.